Sheedy for our bagpipes this evening. Everyone please rise and join Kayla Felder. Thank you. Everyone please rise and join Kayla Felder, Student Council President, in the Pledge of Allegiance.
Oh, we're here.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
If you could please remain standing for the national anthem, which will be led by Miss Katie Taylor and her 9th through 12th grade select choir.
So proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through that night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave for the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Good evening, everyone. It's a great honor to share tonight's celebration with several pivotal figures in our district, and yes, you certainly may be seated now. Thank you. I'd like to recognize a few people this evening with us. Our administration, Mr. Clapper, Superintendent, Ms. Kirchhoff, our School Business Administrator, Ms. Morja, our Pre-K through 6th Principal, our counseling staff, Ms. Marino, our secondary counselor, Mr. Durr, UPK through 12 counselor, Ms. Duran, UPK through 6 counselor, our Board of Education members here with us this evening, President Suzanne Hunter, Betty Campo, Tim Davidson, and Eric Heath. Thank you to all of our faculty present and participating tonight as well. Family, friends, and most importantly, the class of 2023, welcome to this evening's graduation ceremony at Alexandria Central School District. For those of you that I've not had the opportunity to meet yet, my name is Mr. Robert Fountain. I'm the secondary principal here at Alexandria Central. It is with tremendous pleasure that we have the opportunity to celebrate together the significant chapter in the lives of our graduates. We truly cannot be happier to have you all here with us this evening. I'd like to begin by thanking many people who are here involved in this evening's ceremony. To start a little bit off script, we had a plan of a few people to help us out this morning, and to my pleasure, as I arrived at 7:30, there's about 10, 15 people already here, ready to go to set everything up this morning without ever even being asked. So I appreciate all those that stepped up this morning to help make this evening's graduation and the graduations that we celebrated this afternoon a great success. Thank you all. Our planned thank yous, our administrative assistants, Ms. Meredith Gravlin, Miss Gravelin helps keep me on track every single day. Miss Stacy Lamper, working in with our elementary principal, Miss Morja. Miss Erin Jolly in transportation, and Miss Renee Gill as district clerk and superintendent secretary. Our school resource officers, thank you to Mr. Jerry Ainsworth and Miss Lindsay Klosner for their ability to help keep us safe in the planning of this graduation ceremony and everything that they do every day to keep our children safe here at ACS. Our custodial staff, Mr. Darren Trickey and his crew, we thank them for the endless amount of time and effort that they put in throughout this time of year, especially. These guys are here early in the morning, here late at night, to make sure that everything is a success, and we truly thank them for everything that they do. Our transportation department, Mr. Lampert and his crew, making sure that our students are traveling safely everywhere that they go, whether it be a sporting event or to an early morning Regents. Our senior class advisors, Ms. Jody Cullen and Ms. Cheryl Van Brocklin, thank you for all the work that you've done to help guide these seniors to this point. Thank you for serving as class advisors. Our technology crew, Ms. Lily Jeanette, live streaming tonight. Thank you, Ms. Jeanette and Mr. Rob Wagner. Our cafeteria staff, Ms. DeAnge and her crew, for all that they do to make sure that our kids are fed and healthy every day. Our entire ACS faculty and staff, thank you for what you do every day, for encouraging students and helping them grow, for your wisdom and your expertise, for your patience and for your humor, for overcoming challenges, for your passion to teach, and for preparing our students for their futures. We thank you, ACS faculty and staff. Parents and guardians, thank you for your continued partnership, your support and encouragement at home as you've continued to challenge your children to be the best citizens and the best students that they can be. We truly appreciate everything that you do to help prepare them for life beyond Alexandria Central School District. It is now my honor to introduce Ms. Judy Keeler, this year's commencement speaker and Alexandria Bay's 2023 Citizen of the Year, my first grade teacher that helped teach me to read, helped teach me how to add, helped teach me to subtract, and most importantly, how to be a good friend right here at Alexandria Central. Ms. Keeler continues to tirelessly serve our community and is a leader for all of us to learn from. Thank you, Ms. Keeler, for sharing your address with these students this evening.
Thank you, and congratulations, graduates, and for parents and teachers for getting them this far. I didn't graduate from ACS, but I did work here for 3 years as a BOCES speech and language therapist, and for 31 years as a first and then a first and second grade looping or loopy teacher. I retired when you were newborns, but I did teach some of your parents, your board members, and your teachers, including your secondary principal, as primary students. This is not my first graduation speech. I was the fill-in for Mrs. Campo once, doing skits with Mrs. Dunham. That one was unique. This time, I was told I could tell stories. Mike in the Grass by Irma Bobek. When Mike was 3, he wanted a sandbox, and his father said, "There goes the yard. We'll have kids over here day and night, and they'll throw sand into flower beds, and cats will make a mess in it, and it'll kill the grass for sure." And Mike's mother said, "It will come back." When Mike was 5, he wanted a jungle gym set with swings that would take his breath away and bars to climb to the summit. And his father said, "Good grief. I've seen those things before in backyards, and do you know what they look like? Mud holes in a cow pasture. Kids digging their sneakers in the ground. It'll kill the grass." And Mike's mother smiled and said, "It will come back." Between breaths, when Daddy was blowing up the swimming pool, he warned, "You know what they're gonna do with this place? They're gonna condemn it and use it as a missile site. I hope you know what you're doing. They'll track water everywhere, and you'll have a million water fights, and you won't be able to take out the garbage without stepping into mud up to your neck. And when we take this thing down, we'll have the only brown yard in the neighborhood." "It'll come back," smiled Mike's mother. When Mike was 12, he volunteered his yard for a camp out. As they hoisted the tents and drove up the spikes, his father stood at the window and observed, "Why don't I just put the grass seed out in and cereal bowls for the birds and save myself the trouble of spreading it around. You know for a fact that those tents and all those big feet are going to trample down every single blade of grass, don't you? And don't bother to answer. I know what you're going to say. It'll come back. The basketball hoop on the side of the garage attracted more crowds than the Winter Olympics. And a small patch of lawn that started out the size of a garbage can lid soon grew to encompass the entire side yard. And just when it looked like the seed might take root again, the winter came and the sled runners beat it down into ridges, and Mike's father stood at the window, shook his head, and said, "I never asked for much in this life, only a small patch of grass." And his wife smiled and said, "It will come back." The lawn this year was beautiful. It was green and alive and rolled out like a sponge carpet along the drive where Jim's shoes had trod, along the garage where bicycles used to fall, and all around the flower beds where little boys used to dig with iced tea spoons. But Mike's father never saw it. He anxiously looked beyond the yard and asked with a catch in his voice, "He will come back, won't he?" Consider what will matter in the long run. Set goals, priorities, boundaries. Create memories. Find joy in what you have while you still have it. Enjoy every moment you have, because in life there are no rewinds, only flashbacks. Make sure it's all worth it. Treasure the blessings in your own backyards. Wet pants. Come with me to a third grade classroom. There is a 9-year-old kid sitting at his desk, and all of a sudden there's a puddle between his feet and the front of his pants are wet. He thinks his heart is going to stop because he cannot possibly imagine how this happened. It's never happened before, and he knows that when the boys find out, he'll never hear the end of it. And when the girls find out, they'll never speak to him again as long as he lives. The boy believes his heart is going to stop. He puts his head down and he prays this prayer: "Dear God, this is an emergency. I need help now. 5 minutes from now and I'm dead meat." He looks up from his prayer, and here comes the teacher with a look in her eyes that says he's been discovered. As the teacher is walking toward him, a classmate named Susie is carrying a goldfish bowl that is filled with water. Susie trips in front of the teacher and inexplicably dumps the bowl of water in the boy's lap. The boy pretends to be angry, but all the while he is saying to himself, "Thank you, Lord, thank you, Lord." Now, all of a sudden, instead of being the object of ridicule, the boy is the object of sympathy. The teacher rushes him downstairs and gives him gym shorts to put on while his pants dry out. And all the other children are on their hands and knees, cleaning up around his desk. The sympathy is wonderful. But, as life would have it, the ridicule that should have been his has been transferred to someone else, Susie. She tries to help, but they tell her to get out. "You've done enough, you klutz." Finally, at the end of the day, as they're waiting for the bus, the boy walks over to Susie and whispers, "You did that on purpose, didn't you?" Susie whispers back, "I wet my pants once, too." Brené Brown, a researcher and storyteller, wrote, "Empathy has no script. There is no right or wrong way to do it. It's simply listening, holding space, withholding judgment, emotionally connecting and communicating that incredibly healing message: you're not alone." Empathy, relating to others, requires awareness, compassion, willingness to step up and step out, sometimes pre-planned and sometimes instantly. Journalist Steve Hartman recently relayed the story of a teenager whose quick action saved a busload full of students and the driver. Noticing the driver losing consciousness and the bus wandering, the boy jumped up, put on the brakes, pulled the bus over, and directed another to call 911. No one else took action because no one else noticed anything wrong. That teen was the only one on the bus who was not engrossed in his cell phone. The old man in the well. There is a story. There was an old man sitting at the village well. A stranger came to the well and asked the old man, "I'm thinking about moving to this town. What kind of people live here?" The old man asked, "What kind of people lived in your old town?" "Oh, terrible people," the stranger answered. "Liars, cheaters, mean and thoughtless people. That's why I'm leaving that town." "That's too bad," the old man said. It's just the kind of people you'll find here." Presently, a second stranger approached the old man at the well and asked the same question. "What are the people like in this town? I'm thinking of moving here." "What were the people like in your old town?" the old man inquired of the stranger. "Oh, wonderful, sir. They were kind and loving, good and giving. I'm very sorry to have to leave them." "That's just what you'll find here," the old man answered. "You'll find that the people here are kind and loving and good and giving." Now, how can that be, you ask? It is because people find what they seek. They often get just what they expect. When you stop expecting people to be perfect, you can like them for who they are. Joy and contentment are decisions, not based on circumstances. Bloom where you are planted. May you each live your life with joy and enthusiasm, commitment and compassion, grace and gratitude. May your work be your play, and may you be blessed by blessing. Thank you.
This time I would like to please welcome our outstanding vocational leader, Kayla Felder, to the front to share her address with the class of 2023. Kayla, could you please join me? So I have an extensive amount of wonderful things to say about Kayla, so bear with me, Kayla. Kayla Felder, daughter of Anthony and Lori Felder, has been named the Outstanding Vocational Leader of the Alexandria Central School Class of 2023 with a cumulative grade point average at the Bullen Technical Center New Vision Health Program of 96 and an overall average of 96.49. Kayla has taken advanced classes throughout her high school career and has earned the honor roll with principal's distinction every quarter. Kayla will graduate with 31 college credits through Syracuse University, SUNY Canton, and Jefferson Community College. Kayla will be receiving the Regents Diploma with advanced designation with honors, mastery in math and science, and the vocational technical endorsement. She has received a variety of awards, including the Russell Sage College Sage Award, the University of Rochester Bosch and Lom Award, the Rural and Small Town Recognition Award, and Excellence in Chorus, French, English, and Physical Education. Kayla is extremely involved in her high school community and has held a variety of leadership positions. Kayla is the Vice President of the National Honor Society, FFA President, Co-President of the International Club, President of the Student Council, and a member of the school's trap team since 7th grade. She was recently inducted into the National Technical Honor Society at BOCES. She takes great pride in her involvement in her school community. FFA is very important to her, and she has been involved since middle school as well. Kayla even earned the Empire degree and has participated in many FFA competitions. She has also participated in Skills USA for her New Visions program at BOCES. Kayla's involvement in her school and her local community is vast. She has been a junior EMT at the Indian River Ambulance Service for 1 year and has received her basic EMT certification. She has participated in MASH camp for several years in different hospitals. She volunteered for the Unity Hockey Club, Backpack Club, Hearts for Youth, multiple ambulance agencies, and at Big M Thanksgiving dinners. Kayla will be attending St. Bonaventure University in the fall and is majoring in biology with a pre-medical track. Kayla is energetic, compassionate, and a well-rounded young lady. Kayla has continued each day throughout her senior year to strive for more and more as she rounds out her time here at Alexandria Central School. It's with excitement we look forward to all that she will accomplish in her future. Congratulations, Kayla. Everyone, please welcome Kayla, the outstanding vocational leader of the class of 2023.
Thank you, Mr. Fountain. Hello, I am Kayla Felder and the outstanding vocational leader of the class of 2023 here at Alexandria Central. So I'm not gonna lie here, I have looked at so many websites on how to write a graduation speech, and they said the first step is to find a theme or quote that resonates with you. Well, that one was easy. How lucky am I to have something so special that makes saying goodbye so hard from Winnie the Pooh? Since it's from one of our shows that we had growing up, I thought it would be a good quote. The second step is to share some good advice. To my classmates, we have been through so many ups and downs during our 4 years here, but we are officially done. It's okay to be nervous for the future. I am so nervous, but according to everyone I've been talking to, it's normal to be that way. One thing I do know is that no matter what happens, you will make it through the other side. We are all so resilient. I know this because even though I didn't start in kindergarten like the majority of our class, I still grew up with it. The third step is to look back on all the good memories. So I looked at the yearbook. It consists of many teachers' names, trips taken, classes, and BOCES. In the senior memory section, it consisted of so many initials of individuals we grew up with and are friends with. Some of my favorite memories have been made with the FFA group, in physics with Mr. Hazelton, and the trips I took in my time here. The people that have impacted my life are the reason why saying goodbye is so hard. The fourth step is to thank the important people in your own life. I would like to thank my parents for everything they have supported me doing and raising me to be who I am. Also, I would like to thank my little brother, Connor, for always testing my patience and being by my side. I would like to thank my FFA officers and members for having my back and showing me what it feels like to find people who I can always have fun with. I would like to thank Mr. Green and Mrs. Cullen for teaching me that there is always room for growth and to be more flexible. And finally, I would like to thank my fellow graduates for growing with me and the friendships we have all had in the past years. You are the reason why my time here has been so valued and how lucky am I to have something so special that makes saying goodbye so hard resonates with me. Family, friends, faculty, administration, and most of all, the graduates of 2023, it's an honor to be here with you today as we start on a new chapter in our lives. Thank you.
I'd like to please welcome our salutatorian, Atlas High, to the front to share their address with the class of 2023. Atlas Hyde, child of Christopher and Anna Marie Hyde, has been named salutatorian of the Alexandria Central Schools class of 2023 with a cumulative grade point average of 96.9. Atlas has taken advanced classes throughout their high school career and will graduate with 40 college credits through Syracuse University, SUNY Canton, and Jefferson Community College. Atlas will be receiving the Regents Diploma with advanced designation with honors and mastery in math and science. Atlas has received a variety of awards, including the Russell Sage College Sage Award, University of Rochester GE Award, Student of the Month, Excellence in Chorus, French, and Instrumental Band. Atlas is an exceptional performer and has participated in 4 musical productions: High School Musical, The Addams Family, Beauty and the Beast, and School of Rock as lead roles. They have held various leadership positions in the National Honor Society and Student Council, secretary for their class, and treasurer for the GSA. Atlas is a very involved student participating in various community service activities such as FFA, assisting in the library, Hearts for Youth, River Santa, and other various organizations surrounding the St. Lawrence River community. Atlas plans on attending SUNY Oswego in the fall to study zoology and has received the Presidential Scholarship from SUNY Oswego. Atlas is extremely deserving of this recognition. They are driven, conscientious, and an asset to the school community. With excitement, we look forward to all that they accomplish in their future. Congratulations, Atlas. Please welcome Atlas to the stage.
Well, I guess I'm a baby. Friends, family, teachers, I would like to personally thank each and every one of you for coming out to support the class of 2023. My time at ACS has been memorable, to say the least. We all will be leaving here with stories to share for decades. We are moving onwards to better horizons, and I hope each of you succeed in your own parameters. It is important to remember that success is not linear. It is only achieved through perseverance. We should understand perseverance enough. This is our first normal year of high school, and senior year is never normal. We all made it through a pandemic and stood tall in the face of that storm. We can never forget Mr. Bastian's constant struggle to unmute his mic after joining the Google Meet late, or the constant throwing of his glasses. We can't even imagine trying to forget holding hands, chanting around the classroom with Mrs. Kuhn. She loved her task-led tea. This has been one of the most rewarding experiences I've had the pleasure of working through, with us coming together to support each other and the teachers. I have faced more adversity than someone ever should, the cause of this being my gender identity. I understand that in a small town, it's strange, but sometimes strange is good. I don't think anyone would call Mrs. Albertine normal, but we all still love her. We show way more respect to the people that fit in, that we forget that the ones that don't are humans too. The number of improvements I've seen in people's treatment this year are unbounded. I am proud of each and every one of us. Some of us have been here since 4 years old, others just arrived this year. That doesn't make any of us less a part of the Alexandria Central class of 2023. We made it.
Thank you, Atlas. I'd like to please welcome our valedictorian, Caden Anderson, to the front to share his address to the class of 2023. Caden Anderson is the son of Kenneth and C.L. Lee Anderson, has been named valedictorian of the Alexandria Central School class of 2023. With a cumulative grade point average of 96.98, Caden has taken advanced classes throughout his high school career and will graduate with 32 college credits through Syracuse University, SUNY Canton, and Jefferson Community College. He has also earned AP credits through AP English and AP Computer Science principles. Caden will receive the Regents Diploma with Advanced Designation with honors and Mastery in Math and Science. He has also earned a CDOS credential. Caden was selected as WWNY 7 News Academic All-Star for 2023. Caden is very involved in his school community. His leadership roles include Vice President of the National Honor Society and Class Treasurer. He played trumpet and guitar with the school band, participated in cross country and golf, and volunteered as a student tutor. Caden has received Honor Roll of Principal's distinction every quarter. Caden has won numerous academic awards and scholarships, such as the Clarkson Leadership Award of Outstanding Leadership Qualities and Academic Promise, the Rensselaer Polytech Institute Medal of Outstanding Academic Achievement in the study of mathematics and science, the Rochester Institute of Technology Computing Medal, the University of Rochester Xerox Award for Innovative and Information Technology, scholarships for Military Children's Scholar, Student of the Month, and Excellence in Instrumental Music, Social Studies, and French. Caden has participated in the American Legion Oratorical Contest for many years and won second place in the competition at the county, district, and zone levels. Caden is active in the local community. His community service includes, but is not limited to, the Backpack Club, ACS River Rompers, Cure for Cancer Run, Booster Club, TI Half Marathon, I Love Our River Day, community cleanups, fundraisers, and gift wrapping at the holiday store. Caden will be attending the University of Colorado at Boulder in the fall to study aerospace engineering. After receiving his bachelor's degree, he plans to join the Air Force as an officer, then pursue a master's degree in aerospace engineering. We recognize Caden for his academic excellence, character, and volunteerism. It's with excitement that we look forward to all that he will accomplish in the future. Congratulations, Caden.
Can everyone hear me? Yeah? Great. That means I won't have to hold the mic. Good evening, everyone. Esteemed faculty members, parents, families, friends, and fellow graduates. As a valedictorian, it's an honor to welcome you all to our graduation ceremony. My name is Caden Anderson. Today marks the end of a chapter in our lives and the beginning of a new one. I don't know was the first thought that entered my head when I knew I had to write this speech. After spending close to 14 years with many of you, I didn't know what to say. I don't know. It's one of the most difficult things to admit. We live in a world where we have to provide answers to hundreds, thousands, even millions of people every day, no matter who you are or what you do. Yet, we live in a world that thrives on questions and answers, and eventually, we all have to provide some sort of answer, as I am today, standing before all of you. As in the past 4 years, there have been many instances for all of us where we did not have the answer to the questions being asked of us. We didn't admit it. No. Instead, we sat in a really awkward silence for a minute or two, waiting for one of three things. One, someone who actually knows the answer to muster up the courage to say it. Or two, someone to crack a joke or give a really bad answer to embarrass themselves and break the tension. Or three, the teacher realizes that none of us has any idea and has to step in. The peak of this awkward silence arrived with COVID-19. The unique and challenging experience of learning during the pandemic will forever stay with us. Yet, we made it through the pandemic together to be here graduating today. I guess the point of all this is that you might think you're the only kid in class who has no idea what the teacher is saying. But guess what? Everyone else is probably thinking the same thing. We can't give the right answer until we've explored the wrong answer. That is the point of school. There will always be that person who refutes ideas and suggests nothing. Or maybe just sitting in their car, honking their horn, yelling at traffic. These are people who are out of ideas. So please, don't be the person that ran out of ideas and burned out. Ask questions, accept help, and give help when you can. And sometimes it's okay to say, I don't know. So thank your parents, your teachers, your coaches for helping you to explore all the wrong answers and bad decisions in your life, embarrassing you, pushing you down, and bringing you back up to run the whole ring route again. On behalf of myself and the class of 2023, I want to thank the teachers who got us here. Mrs. Aubertine, thank you for being one of the best English teachers we've ever had. English was never my favorite subject, yet because of your guidance and instruction, I was able to get a perfect score on my AP English exam. And many of us were able to be very successful in AP English and all the courses we took with her. Mr. Bleem, our mini Hazelton, you're one of the most caring teachers we've ever had, reminding us that our attempts to solve our math problems were, quote, illegal, and taught us the correct way. You stayed after school to help us with our math and taught some of us to drive, even though some of us are terrible drivers. You know who you are. That's right. Mr. Bastian, thank you for bringing history to life and inspiring some of us to follow in your footsteps. We'll always remember the 5 spheres of influence. Mr. Agliano, thank you for making dry subjects like economics and even public policy less boring and more enlightening. And finally, Mr. Hazelton, thanks for making our lives miserable by giving us so much homework over breaks, weekends, and, if I'm being honest, pretty much every day. Now I'd like to thank my parents. Mom, thank you for pushing me to be all that I could be, inspiring me to put my best efforts into everything I do. Dad, Thank you for inspiring my career choice with your hands-on education and helping us all laugh through life at home. To both of you, thank you for the life lessons, broadening my horizons through travel, great food, and the happiest times of my life. Thank you to my family in Singapore for all your support, love, and care. To the class of 2023, as we embark on a new journey, I'd like to tell you all that the only thing that matters at this point is your happiness. Whether it be becoming a millionaire, making a steady income, just enough to survive, but being together with your family, or giving away all your worldly possessions and pitching a tent in the street. I don't know, you define your happiness. From the bottom of my heart, I hope that you all find happiness in your life. Thank you.
Thank you, Caden. At this point in our commencement, we welcome Ms. Taylor, Garrett Ashley, Angelina Sherfella, Atlas Hyde, Hina Kisanoki, Emma Stein, Kai Sweetland, Kirsten Travers to the front as they'll perform their senior song, Wherever I Go by Miley Cyrus.
Here we are now, everything's about to change. We face tomorrow as we say goodbye to yesterday. The chapter's ending, but the story's only just begun. A page is turning for everyone. So I'm moving on, letting go, holding on till tomorrow. I've always got memories while I'm finding out who I'm gonna be. We might be apart, but I hope you always know you'll be with me wherever I go. Wherever I go. So excited, I can barely even catch my breath. We have each other to lean on for the road ahead. This happy ending is the start of all our dreams. And I know your heart is with me. So I'm moving on, letting go, holding on till tomorrow. I've always got the memories while I'm finding out who I'm gonna be. We might be apart, but I hope you always know you'll be with me wherever I go.
this time, I have Ms. Marino, our secondary counselor, join me, our elementary principal, Ms. Morja, Superintendent Clapper, and the Board of Education join us in the designation of our diplomas. We are all incredibly proud of the work you've accomplished and the honor you're about to receive at this time.
Caden Anderson. At this time, I would like to ask Mrs. Suzanne Hunter to please come up. Atlas Hyde.
Guess you don't get one. One more year.
Kayla Felder. Garrett Ashley. Brianna Booth.
Garrett.
Ethan Brennan. I'd like to ask the second row to please stand. Isaiah Burns. Angelina Serafella. At this time, I'd like to ask Mr. Tim Davidson to please come up. Maddie Davidson. Trinity Dupree. Kaylee Elk. Lance Escudero. Next row can please come up. Ryan Felder. Drew Ferenczi. Brody Frost. Robert Gibbs. Colton Hall. Colin Hines. I'd like to ask the next row to please come up. Hina Kusanoki. I don't know, I'm waiting. Oh boy. Waited a long time for this moment. Nathaniel Ledoux. Ella Madison. John McAloon. At this time, I'd like to please ask Mrs. Pam Monica to come up. Megan Monica. At this time, I'd like to please ask Mrs. Lorelei Pagara to come up. Dan Pagara. I'd like to ask the next row to please come up. Ronaldo Prophet.
Yeah, right.
Quinlan Reed. Felicity Roberts. Gavin Shepard. Brody Sherbino. Emma Stein. Can I ask the last row to please come up? Kai Sweetland. Kirsten Travers. At this time, I'd like to please ask Mrs. Cheryl Van Brockland to come up.
Ja, Kirst!
Cassandra Van Brockland. Bridget Watson. Gabrielle Williams. Josephine Williams.
We'll wait for you, Joey, no worries. I'd like to take a second to thank a couple very special faculty members that are retiring this year. In the class of 2023, faculty, staff, administration, friends, myself as a former student, and the families of the students that you've impacted so deeply, I'd like to thank Mrs. Albertine and Mrs. Lucy Jeanette for their years of service at Alexandria Central School District. Thank you, and may your well-deserved retirement bring you great joy and happiness. Know that we won't be too far, so please stop by and see us. Thank you. A few closing remarks as we wrap up this beautiful evening. Students, we hope that you know that you will always be here, and we'll have a spot for you here at Alexandria Central even after commencement. It brings us tremendous joy and pride to learn of your successes, so please keep us updated. Be sure to come home when you can. We'll miss you and your smiles. Seeing you grow personally and academically this school year has been an honor. It's with immense pride we congratulate you all for your achievements and for reaching this incredible milestone. I ask that as you embark on the next chapter of your lives, you embrace life with passion and you chase your ambitions with excitement. We have seen your resiliency and you know your capabilities are boundless, as many of your classmates have shared with you tonight. Your hard work and your perseverance have led you to this moment. Take it in, enjoy it, reflect on it. On this day, I certify to you all here present that each of these students has fulfilled the requirements for graduation in accordance with the guidelines established by the State of New York Education Department and the Board of Education of the Alexandria Central School District. Graduates, you may turn your tassels to the left side to signify your graduation. Nice. Thank you all. Have a wonderful evening.